how can actually television be stopping you from manifesting? So when TV came into play, we no longer use our imagination. We no longer close our eyes and start creating images on our mind because there's a box with electricity doing it for us, right? And this just boils down to one word, and it's a million, billion, trillion dollars industry. It's called the entertainment industry, okay? And the reason why we humans always searching for pleasure, for entertainment since the beginning of time to this day. That's why we have sports, we have fights, we have gambling, we have games, competitions, and there's nothing wrong about it. I want to make it clear there's nothing evil about it. It's just like when you're not aware, this is when it becomes something destructive instead of constructive. When you're aware that a television can show you, literally, can give you the lesson of your life and give you some education that what a TV does, you can do on your own, then it would be a good thing, the television. So, one of the main things that I learned when I was in the federal system is that people do certain horrible things in the pen and in prison when they don't have no longer a TV, right? And I took the time that I had and used it wisely to understand, investigate, search, and to break it into pieces, like why and who made it so powerful, right? Like who are the people behind all this? And to this day, I'm very impressed of the job that they've made, but they are the ones who benefit from it, not the viewers, right? It's always the people who create content and the people who create to show, and not you as an spectator or as a viewer or a consumer all the time. And but you cannot be mad. It's just to be aware. Remember, whenever you don't know something, you lack education, don't get mad at yourself and don't get angry. Don't start arguments. Just be aware that now you know. Okay, it should be actually a good thing. Then you find out that you're being fooled, lied to. It's a good thing. All right, people die without realizing that there was a lot to them to be enlightened with. But going back with the television, so they send you images, they send you feelings, sound, volume, color, okay? All that is happening there, you can be making it on your own. And I can take it a little bit deeper. When we watch a movie, okay? So television came to strip us out of our own purpose and calling in life for every single one, regardless how different it is, the path for everybody, okay? Why am I saying it, and how do I know that? It's because, think about it. A television makes your kids settle down, stop crying, and we fought for this, and I do it all the time, and there's nothing wrong. Sometimes there's cartoon time, but we need to show our children and our family that really the best television that we have, the best image and feeling and monitor and technology that we have, it's all this: brain and body, our nervous system, okay, connected with our brain through the spinal cord, okay. It took so many years to understand, like, why will people do what they do for a remote control in a television, for a program, a movie. So it was not that. It was deeper. It was the kind of feeling that we created in people. Because reality can be harsh if there's no entertainment. Okay? but only a few can think out of the box and get out of that fence that you build yourself and say, hold it, hold it. I don't need entertainment. Okay? This is when you stop being a victim, getting out of the eggshell, and say, I'm the entertainer. Okay? You watch a movie and you love what's happening there, but that's only the reflection of what you should be doing. Mm-hmm. That's why we love the hero, we love the villain, we love what happens in movies. Okay? Because that's our own true call in life. Okay? Movies is really the true gospel. That's really how the truth being spoken through television, movies. Okay, not to believe what they're doing, but they're exposing something that we should be using in our favor, but it's been using against us because we're not educated. Okay, we are here to live our own movie, not to be entertained. Because when we are entertained, when we are being entertained, that means we lack. Okay? And you shouldn't lack because you have everything with you, within you, and outside of you. Okay? So is it wrong to watch TV here and there? No, it's not. You know, when you depend on it, that's why television became the number one cause, in my own opinion, not only mine, there's a few people who agree, the number one cause of subtle depression, sadness, unquenched cravings of confusion and success that is not reachable, because it came to strip us out of our own life. Whatever you're watching in movies, people, whatever they're doing, you should be doing out there. Go gathering your answers. But it's easy just to turn the TV and the remote and like, okay, now I'm feeling that I achieve it. See how powerful that is? Every time you watch a movie and you're just like, okay, now I feel good. But remember guys, it's a circle. You feel good to feel not good again. Okay? It is just nature. It is nature. But you don't want to fall victim for that trap, that you can get out of that. And you can make the circle bigger so it doesn't run out of quickly. That's the whole thing. Because we all know the circle of life. Okay? We're not getting out of it. Okay? And you shouldn't. It's a good thing. Okay? You live, then you die. So what matters is what happens through that big circle. And a television just creates a small circle. So as soon as you just feel good, you just feel bad again. So you don't want that. It's not that you're trying to delay that window, but you just want to create a big window that the only thing that ends is with death by nature, right? So you start out there gathering your own answers, living the way that you think based on your own research, on who sources are you going to, then you live like that. Okay, and you start gathering your own answers, and then when you come to the television, you will feel kind of like something bizarre, something like not right, with the programming. Okay, because television is just programs, we all know that, but not necessarily programs to program you. But even if a program, it's good. If it's gonna program you for success, program you to be better as an individual, as a whole, there's nothing wrong with it. So the thing is that when we think that our life ends in a sofa, a remote control, and a television, because it makes us feel good, right? And you say, well, it's safe. Yeah, because you don't want to go out there, right? What if I told you that the chances for you to die are not really as high as you think going out there, actually? actually there's more high risk staying there. Health wise, mental wise, you name it, right? Because at the end of the day, you know you're fooling yourself because you're not living that life. It's that people in the movie, that people in the program, they're living that life that you should be living. That's why it's so powerful. Okay? It's just like any weapon. It can be used, you know, creative to construct, destroy. Okay? There's nothing wrong with it. It's just you need to be aware how to use it. Okay? And this education is gonna make you be more aware and not feel and fall and get trapped into this business of entertainment. All right? Be the entertainer. Let people watch your own movie. Okay? Don't search for entertainment. You be the entertainer.